It's the Real Estate Trapper, and right now, we live in the trap. Let's get it. All right, welcome back for another video. Actually on the way to the Skins vs. Cowboys game, in the Sprinter, because who the fuck wants to drive in all that traffic just to go to this game? If you've been rocking with me, shout out to you. If you're new here, thanks for pulling up. And at this channel, we talk about using personal credit in order to get business credit and use that business credit to invest in our business to get fucking rich. If you don't know what I do, I'm a real estate agent and a real estate investor. I have an exotic car business, and I have an ATM franchise. So in this video, I pretty much just wanted to talk about why you should use credit cards, and it doesn't matter if it's from Navy Federal or Bank of America, but just why you should use them to get rich. So let's just start with you starting a business today. You go and get your LLC paperwork, you get your EIN, your paperwork comes in the mail, and today's Sunday, but now you get everything Friday. If you go to the bank that Friday and say, hey, I want to get a business loan for my new business, they're going to ask you, how old is your business? And you're going to say 5 days. And they're going to ask you to leave. So what a lot of people need to understand is when it comes to starting a business, whether your business is 5 days old or 5 years old, it is very, very hard to get a business loan. Here's the caveat. Banks will give you a credit card. Like if your business is 1 day old, if your bank account is 1 day old, the banks will give you a credit card just like that. So with that being said, use your brain. Instead of me trying to get a business loan, let me just get the money in credit cards. So what they'll ask you to do is be a personal guarantor on a credit card. So if you have a job and you just started your business, they say, okay, you have a job, this is how much you make. Okay, we'll give you this credit card because your credit profile, your credit score is pretty decent. So we'll go ahead and, you're basically a co-signer on your business credit card. Although that business credit card will not report to your personal credit, that business credit card will report to your now business credit. And you're just like the co-signer on that credit card. So it's harder to get a business loan than it is to get a business credit card. You can get a business credit card over the internet, but a business loan, you have to have several things in place in order to get a business loan. Now, you can be a co-signer on a business loan, but if your business hasn't been around long enough, 9 times out of 10, they're not going to give you a business loan. But credit cards are a lot different. They're easier to get. So with that being said, if you need capital for your business or capital to invest or capital to do anything, get credit cards. They're giving credit cards out just like you can get credit cards just as easy you can get a bottle of water from the 7-Eleven. All right. You just have to have decent credit. With that being said, the other thing, that I want to talk about in this video is, why you should hang with entrepreneurs. And this story actually reminded me why. So my wife and I, who's actually recording the video, we went out with some friends. The majority of them had jobs. There was one guy that was an entrepreneur. But anybody at home knows when you go out with 10 black folks and you're in a big party, the bill is going to come and everybody's going to turn into a scientist and pull out their microscope and analyze the bill to figure out how much the bill is and how much they got to pay, how much each person has to pay. And it takes an hour to figure out something that is very simple. Now, I hate that shit. If I go out with a party of 10 and when the bill comes back and it's $1,500, $2,000, I'm just throwing that shit on my credit card. Look, you all figure out, whatever the fuck the bill is, just cash at me, whatever. Now, when it comes to going out with our entrepreneur friends, it's almost like we fight to see who's going to get their card out first to pay the bill. It's like, oh, I got it. Whoever gets their card out first, boom, the bill goes on that shit. You know what I'm saying? And then it's like, okay, the bill is $1,000. If it's 4 of us, we each just put up like $250 or $300 a piece. That covers the bill. That covers the tip. And I've noticed this trend amongst entrepreneurs and people who have jobs, where if it's a bunch of entrepreneurs together, they don't give a fuck how much the bill is. It's going to get paid by somebody, and then we'll just Apple Pay whoever paid the bill, our portion, or we'll just divide the bill up like, hey, the bill's $1,000, you pay $250, you pay $250, you pay, Well, I noticed with my entrepreneur friends, we all just split the bill in four. Somebody just put it on their card, and everybody just will Cash App or Apple Pay that person. Now, I'm not trying to sound arrogant, saying that people with jobs are broke. I'm not saying that. But I'm just saying I noticed a trend with successful entrepreneurs and people who are successful in the job market. Their line of thinking when it comes to splitting a bill is totally different. And I also say to hang out entrepreneurs because entrepreneurs wash each other's hands. So, for example, we're going to the Redskins game. One of my friends who is younger than me, and again, I always talk about the moist men in the comments. Here you have this kid that's like 27, 28 years old who's a very successful electrician. He's like, hey, you want to go to the Redskins game? Psh, box seat tickets. You know what I'm saying? So when it comes to business, I saw a lot of people saying or talking about, well, what if you start a business and you don't get any customers? But what if you don't? I don't hang around people or even have negative self-talk like that when it comes to businesses, because I understand how easy it is to start a business. Not simple, easy. How easy it is to start a business and actually start making money and actually start meeting customers. Now, you may not, quote unquote, get rich, your first year, your first 2 years, but you can sustain a living on a business that, if it's internet based, you will be able to sustain it. If it's service based, you will be able to sustain it. Now, how do you sustain it? Using your credit. Okay, so in the example of my friend who we're meeting at the stadium, he has a successful, he's an electrician. So right now, one of his contracts is, if you know where the Air Force Base is, he has one. He's 28 years old. He has a government contract to do the hangars, the electricity in the Air Force One hangars at Andrews Air Force Base and at Bowling Air Force Base. Those are two bases, one in Maryland and one in DC for the federal government. So, and he's a kid, not a kid, but he's young. I'm 34. I'm not that much older than him, but that just goes to show that it's all up here and it's not really here, and in his case, when he gets these contracts, he doesn't get paid up front all the time. So he'll use his business credit to go get the materials, to pay the workers, and then he gets the check from the government or from whoever, and he uses that check, to pay off the credit cards. So I'm just giving you an example or give you ideas and giving you some type of motivation where you can say, okay, let me get, if your credit is shot right now, which most people that I talk to don't have bad credit, they have maxed out credit cards. Start a business to pay your credit cards down, or figure out with your income how you can make more payments to get your credit utilization between 1% and 4%. If your credit utilization is at 30, your credit is shot. If your credit utilization is between 1% and 4%, you can go to any bank, not just Navy Federal. I can go to any bank and get a high limit credit card. Why? Because I understand credit utilization. When it comes to credit cards, they're looking at your payment history and your credit utilization. So the next thing is, you can use these credit cards to make a shit ton of money. It doesn't matter if you're investing in your business. You can invest in stocks, cryptocurrencies. You can use it, if you want to start a box truck business. Instead of going to get a car loan, which you may get denied for if you have bad installment payment history, you can go get a credit card and buy the same truck. So I'm just giving you all ideas how you can use credit cards to hustle. A lot of people make excuses when you don't have to. You can literally use a credit card to do a lot. Okay. And at the same time, again, like I said in previous videos, if you have a bunch of business credit and you have a job and you get fired from your job, you can use that business credit to still pay your bills, because the utilization on those business credit cards will not fall on your personal credit. In addition to that, you can use it to what I call floating. Until you get your money back up, you can use these business credit cards to float from one job to the next, or until your business gets running. Now, of course, you have to make minimum payments on those, but it's better than not having access to the money when you need it. Some people have too much pride and they get fired from that job and they have not fixed their credit or not built up their business credit, and then they're just lost to sea, They don't have anything. Okay? So I'm telling you now, the job market is going to tighten up if you're not in tech. So it's better that you start now, fix your personal credit, get business credit so that you can do more, so that you can, spread your wings, make more money, meet new people. And again, this is no shot that anybody has a job. There's nothing wrong having a job. If you have a job and a business, then you are in a good position to win in life. And you can use that job to get business credit to become an even bigger winner in life. But just talk about that. I like giving you all ideas on how you can get out here and legally finesse stuff, because you're going to get finessed by these banks and by the government and all that anyway. So why not take advantage of what you already have, which is credit? If you have bad credit, pull all 3 of your credit reports. If you have charge-offs, figure out how to get them removed. Hire somebody to get them removed. Remove them yourself. If your credit card is maxed out, pay the credit card down. How do you do that? Sacrifice. Don't go out Saturday night. Take that $100 and put it on your credit card. Or start a business and use that new money that you're making from your business to pay your credit card down. Once you pay your credit card down, your score goes up and you can get access to more credit. So you're responsible. Now when it comes to having child support payments on your credit, I can't help you with that. I'm not experienced with getting child support payments removed. If you have a repo, again, you may want to figure out how you can get it removed yourself or hire somebody that's going to remove it. But anyway, I just wanted to, just talk to you all about that, and make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe. Keep it locked. We're about to pull up at the game and have us a little bit of fun. So, yeah.